substrate concentration, you can see from the graph it is very clear and it is evident that increase of substrate concentration increases the velocity of the reaction. So increase in the substrate concentration increases the velocity of the reaction to certain extent. To certain extent. What is the certain extent? That is maximum velocity called Vmax. So up to Vmax. So when you increase the substrate concentration in an enzyme catalyzed reaction, the velocity of the reaction also increases to certain extent. After that, what happens? Even if you increase the substrate concentration, there is no change in the velocity of the reaction. So that point of velocity is called Vmax. That is called maximal velocity. So the substrate concentration affects the velocity of the reaction. Velocity of the reaction. So here how it affects, see, as the substrate concentration is increased, initial velocity, which is called as V0 or V0, increases until it reaches maximum velocity called Vmax. And further increase in substrate concentration does not increase velocity of the enzyme and is said to be saturated. So even after reaching Vmax, if you increase the substrate concentration, there won't be any change in the velocity of the reaction, because that is the maximum velocity which can be conducted for that reaction. So even if you increase the concentration of the substrate, after reaching Vmax, there won't be any change in the velocity of the reaction. So that is what from this graph we can understand. See here, it is initial velocity V0, and as the substrate concentration increases, there is an increase in the velocity of the reaction and it reaches to the maximum. See, after here, even if you increase the substrate concentration, it is like a straight line only. From point C, there are three different points you can see in the graph, A, B and C. A and B, you can see an increase in the velocity. And from B to C, there is also a drastic increase in the velocity of the reaction by increasing the substrate concentration. But after reaching C, which is called as Vmax, even if you increase the substrate concentration, the graph will be like a straight line because there is no change in the velocity of the reaction. So that is what substrate concentration, which can be explained by Michaelis-Menten equation. So Michaelis-Menten equation tells us the relationship between velocity maximum and the substrate concentration. So Michaelis-Menten equation illustrates in mathematical terms the relationship between initial velocity, that is V0, and substrate concentration. So you can see the formula of Michaelis-Menten equation. V0 is equal to Vmax into substrate concentration divided by Km plus substrate concentration. So here Km means Michaelis-Menten constant or Michaelis constant. Vmax is called maximal velocity. V0 is equal to initial velocity. Substrate concentration, S in square brackets, represents substrate concentration. So these are the different terms and their reference. Now let us look into more details of Km and Michaelis-Menten constant. So Km or Michaelis-Menten constant, it is defined as substrate concentration, which is expressed in moles per liter, to produce half the maximal velocity in an enzyme catalyzed reaction at a particular enzyme concentration, which means to know the Km value, you have to keep the concentration of the enzyme constant. Concentration of the enzyme is constant and the substrate concentration at which the velocity of the reaction is half of the Vmax, that is called as Km or Michaelis-Menten constant. So in other words, I can also put it in such a way that Km indicates 50% of enzyme molecules are bound with the substrate molecules. 50% of enzyme molecules are bound with the substrate molecule at Km, where the maximum, it is a half of the maximal velocity. So Km can be used as a characteristic of an enzyme, or it is like signature of an enzyme. So lower the Km value, higher the affinity of the enzyme for the substrate, and higher the Km value, the affinity of the enzyme for the substrate is low, which indicates Km and substrate are inversely proportional to each other. For example, I will give you one example to understand more about the Km and affinity. See, there is a reaction called glucose phosphorylation to glucose 6-phosphate. This is the first step of the glycolysis. Glycolysis, the first step is conversion or phosphorylation of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. This reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme called hexokinase. Here ATP is donating phosphate to glucose, so glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate and ATP is converted to ADP. And the same reaction can also be catalyzed by another enzyme called glucokinase. So hexokinase and glucokinase, these two enzymes can catalyze the phosphorylation of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. But what is the difference between hexokinase and glucokinase? See here, hexokinase Km value is 10 to the power of minus 2 millimoles per liter, whereas the Km value of glucokinase, GK means glucokinase, the Km value of glucokinase is 20 millimoles per liter. See, hexokinase Km value is 10 to the power of minus 2, which means 0.01. 0.01 is very less value, and 20 millimoles is much higher compared to 10 to the power of minus 2. So here the Km value for hexokinase means HK is very low compared to glucokinase. So low Km value means high affinity, whereas high Km value means low affinity. So hexokinase being low Km value, it has got high affinity towards glucose. So when you put glucose and hexokinase and ATP in one test tube, first reaction is catalyzed by only hexokinase but not by glucokinase, because hexokinase Km value is very low towards glucose, whereas glucokinase value is very high. Km value is very high for glucokinase compared to hexokinase. So this phosphorylation reaction is catalyzed mainly by hexokinase. So because its Km value is very low, so it has got strong affinity towards glucose. So this is what Km is showing about concentration of substrate. So Km is very important in knowing the affinity of the enzyme towards the substrate. So that is about